Hello everybody, Raptor King of the West here, and today we are back in Minecraft Dinosaurs. And today, I don't have much time at all. In fact, I only have, not even 30 minutes. I have 20 minutes to make this episode. Why am I making an episode under a 20-minute time crunch? I don't know. Couple things I'd like to talk about here while we have a second. I am so sorry for the length of time between episode 99 and episode 100. Bunch of stuff happened behind the scenes that just resulted in the video getting delayed. It happens. No one to blame but myself for that, really. So, I apologize. And then, I noticed that on my poll that I posted, I think a couple of years ago, that you guys have said, yeah, you would be interested in hearing some actual real-life news about paleontology and stuff in these videos. And that is something that I am more than happy to do. So, we're not doing it this episode. Simply because I did not have time to look into anything for this episode. But in future episodes, we will, talk about actual real-life dinosaur news. Now, my plan for today's video, because I don't have any time to gather resources for anything, I can't work on the roof of the museum. I can't... the other thing that I want to do is start working on paths, because when I looked in the thumbnail of episode 100, I noticed that there were no paths anywhere, no pathways. And it kinda made the place look empty, incomplete, unloved. So I want to start working on pathways. Because I don't have time to gather the resources, which would be, I'm thinking bricks, granite, maybe some jungle woods. It would be my palette for the pathways. Then, yeah. If that's the palette that I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm losing my train of thought already. For that, to make the pathways, I need those blocks. I do not have those blocks, and I do not have time to collect them today. I wish I did. If I did, we'd probably actually be working on the roof of the museum, because I think that that project needs to be completed first before I start the path project. That's right, I actually want to complete a project before starting a new one for once. We don't hear me do that very often. So, yeah. Yep, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit scatterbrained at the moment. So we're just going to lay out some torches on where we want our pathways to be. Roughly. It won't be exact. And there will be offshoots to get to certain areas. But it'll get us a rough idea of what we're working with and how large of a project it'll be. And it is fully borne by the fact that, I thought it was sad to see the zoo without pathways. I'm gonna have to do some terraforming as well when we do that, because some of this is a little bit rough. Little bit rough. Once we hit... Yeah, I have under 10 minutes. You guys are getting a short, nice, sweet episode from me this time. I don't do that very often. I know the Minecraft Dinosaurs video was over 2 hours long, which is part of what contributed to it taking so long. This path, actually, interestingly enough, has to go over this bridge. I can have a bit that goes next to the bridge, but the key for it is that that one goes over the bridge, and then this we can probably have shared between these two. How are you two doing? We will name more dinosaurs next episode. We'll name another one. If anyone would like to suggest a name, you can do it in the comments below. Just tell me what the name is and what dinosaur you're suggesting it for. We have so many, and if by some off chance you do suggest a name for a dinosaur that is already named, that's okay. It goes into a list where I will use it in the future. In the, just so that I have more name ideas. So if we ever get another member of that species, your name will still get used. Right? I don't want to leave anyone in a situation where the name that they suggested just gets forgotten forever. Some names, won't be used just if I don't think that they're fitting, or if they're not a name. I had one person suggest that I name a dinosaur YouTube. That one I actually almost considered. One of them suggested a number. I think that might have been the same person, actually. But yeah, no, it's... Odds are, your name will get used. That person suggested multiple names, and I did use 2 of those name suggestions. So if you suggest a name, I will try my best to use it, at least eventually. Might not be immediate, but it will happen. And if you don't suggest a name, I am slowly working my way up the list of dinosaurs in the order that we got them. I don't know what's next, but the last one that we named was Cleopatra, which is our Tyrannosaur. I don't know who's next, though. And I'm just slowly working my way up, and eventually all of our dinosaurs will have names, which will be great. I'm sorry if I'm losing my train of thought or sounding a little bit crazy. I am recording this episode with, as I said, maybe more time crunch than I should be. But I want to get you guys a video, and I really wanted to return to Minecraft Dinosaurs, even if I don't necessarily have the time to do anything big. But we can at the very least start planning stuff, you know? I am running out of torches. Okay. I still don't know what's going on here. I think I'm gonna have to build a viewing gallery to see this one. But for now, we'll just have a torch come to there. In theory, I could have a torch go all the way around this and connect up over there. See? We're getting somewhere. And so The nice thing when it gets dark is that we can see the light that roughly illustrates where the paths are going to be. And it allows me to see blind spots, like we don't have much, which can all be solved by one line between the Stegosaurus and the Tyrannosaur enclosure. If I have one line between those two, that also lets us see into the lake and connect all the way down to our other path, which makes this a lot more walkable of an area. You may notice that there are a couple of like torches that I had already set up. That is true. Those are because I forgot to hit record, and originally we had 45 minutes for this video instead of 30. Here's what we're gonna do. I need food. We are close to time, unfortunately. I'm sorry that it's a shorter video. I really am. There will be more Minecraft dinosaurs, and they will be back to, like, normal lengths for me. Because that lets me do more in the video, and we can actually do interesting things instead of just figuring out where I want paths. But right now, you know, I've explained myself 50 times, I think, and I'm very sorry again, but let's get our pterosaurs. Let's get our pterosaurs, and then next week I will be back with, hopefully, a fact or some like real life dinosaur news and more time to do something interesting, or at least like start the actual pathways, build a front gate, or do the roof of the museum. I think that one's highest priority. I'm worried that you're gonna eat. Do you eat eggs? If I fed you an egg, would you eat it? Your order tool is an arrow. You would not eat an egg. Okay. So you're not gonna eat these. I do have an arrow. Quetzalcoatlus. Pteranodon. Cold. Let me guess. Cold? Yeah, you guys are gonna need to be closer to the torches. I forgot that this whole enclosure is considered cold. I need to finish this enclosure one day. I do. It'll happen. Along with everything else I need to finish. Everything will eventually get finished. So yeah, our pathways are going to start over near that pillager outpost, and they are going to come like that. That'll be our gates, and they'll come all through our zoo. Around our gates, we'll have like docks for boats, because it is right along a river over here. And we can have a parking lot. Because I think that once you get into the zoo, everyone should be walking everywhere. And since it's my zoo, I got the final say. Sorry. Hate to be the bearer of news. I mean, I don't know. I just don't want to, I don't think it'll be interesting to build if we let people drive through a zoo. That also seems like a really weird thing if we think about it in like a real life context. So the only roads that we're going to have are maintenance roads for the Ranger team, which I still have not built the garage for. You guys notice how I don't finish a lot of projects? Same, I noticed that too. So do my real life friends who watch these videos on occasion. They know that I don't finish these projects. At least one of them loves to remind me about it. So... You don't need to remind me. I know. I know I haven't finished, like, so many projects. I haven't even finished the road up to the Ranger Lodge. I haven't done all the terraforming there. This one is high priority. The museum is higher priority, because that was for the 100th episode. And highest... Well, nope, that is highest priority. Then after that, it'll probably be this. And then the pathway up. And then the paths down here. Then the garage. The garage is pretty low priority. It'll add a lot, but... Alright, we have a male pteranodon. And a female Quetzalcoatlus. I forgot how small you start. And you're already not flying. Okay. Yeah. So, as I said earlier, name suggestions. Because if you don't suggest a name, it's going to take a while before I get to them. And if I name them, it's going to be less fun than if you do. Whenever I name something, it's like just an actual name. One of y'all suggested Fudge and I gave that to a Dryosaurus. So, you guys are... And it's just more fun to have you guys, like, actually contribute to the series, if I'm being honest. So, please suggest names. But, either way, that is all the time we have for today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you have an amazing day, and goodbye.